So we are officially into week 13 of the season, which means we are playing host to Penn State this week. But before we do that, of course, we have to take care of the recruiting. And as you can see on the screen, we have 3 visits this week: a QB Drew Morris, Thomas Justice, who has actually locked us out, and Justin Horton, a running back. So big news on the Adam Pearson front. We got a big boost from the recruiting visit last week. He gained 980 points, the best visit so far for him, as we picked up the all 3 goals met and got a huge boost, which means we are now the leading school for Adam Pearson. He wants to come to us over West Virginia and Missouri. It was West Virginia in the lead. And then even though we didn't complete all the goals for John Bonner, we took the lead for him as well. I'm assuming that has to do with a bit of our scouting or our upgrade that we get plus 680. We did 2 to 3 goals, not the third, which was like throw over 250 yards or something like that. Of course, we didn't do that, but we are in the lead for John Bonner. Some other good news is that Philip Bennett, a running back from Palmetto Estates, Florida, has committed to us as well, but unfortunately, the center we were going after, Evan Gonzalez, is committed to Penn State, the team we're playing this week, rather than committing to a state that's literally right below him, and I'm pretty sure... Okay, so he has nothing to do with playing close to home, but still, you know, we had the edge on him. We were going after him pretty hard, and Penn State came out of nowhere at the end. And then also Jimmy Horner, our own backyard. We lose a guy from Nebraska. I believe we already have the top 2 recruits in Nebraska, and Dominique Cronin, and the defensive end, Benjamin Cleveland. But we did not get Jimmy Horner. I believe he was the number 3 recruit in all of Nebraska, and we lose him to Alabama. But we did get a commitment from the punter we were going after, an Andrew Mitchell out of Irving, Texas. And then Brian Rush, who was getting a push from the Oklahoma State Cowboys. He has decided to come here as the Brookfield, Illinois native, has committed to us. We got another very solid DN to add to our team next year. And so did the middle linebacker from Goodland, Kansas, and Eric Reyes. So obviously, since we have had so many points in these guys that are starting to commit now, we can put a bunch of other points into these other guys like Nick Roth here. We just bumped up to plus 500 so we can possibly climb the board here and take the lead over from Army. We also offered him a scholarship because we got 17. If he declines, we get it back anyways. So no harm in offering him the scholarship. Same deal with the 5-star athlete that Alabama is not going after for some reason. They steal a guy from our backyard. We're going to try to steal this guy from their backyard. And then Charles Parks is a guy that I would like to get as well, so we're going to bump him up to, say, 250 and see if we can climb up his board quite a bit. Maybe 275. And since we did lose out on fullbacks, I would like to be able to get a tight end, because I'm probably going to move at least 1 or 2 of the halfbacks that we have on roster this year and into next year to fullback. But I would like to get a bigger guy to be able to move to fullback as well, because I'm pretty sure we have enough tight ends, and Eric Ray is an ideal guy for that. Nobody's really going after him. So let's just say we're going to put like 175 points onto him, see if we can stack those up week by week. Now, since we lost out on Gonzalez, the center from South Dakota, we do need a center on the roster next year. And we're already going after a guard. I don't really want to move that guard to center, so I went out and found a couple other guards, and the center who already has us number 1. He's only a 2-star recruit, but his ratings aren't actually the worst, and neither are Kyle Johnson, this guard, and neither is Caleb Bonner, this guard, either. So I'm probably going to put points into all these guys and see if we can get, maybe 1 or 2 of them to be guys we could develop, and maybe they'll be pretty solid starting caliber guards by the time they're juniors or seniors. I also found this athlete from Hybla Valley, Virginia, 6'1", 210. Really nobody's going after him. We got a pretty decent boost on stuff for him, and he is very, very solid. I mean, this guy could be an insanely good option QB here. He's got throw power that Smothers doesn't have. I mean, this guy is definitely something to be looking at here. So, we might get that other guy for who wants to go to Army as well, but I mean, this guy is ideally the quarterback we are getting in this class. After last week's win, we have actually moved up in the standings of the Big Ten West. We are now into 5th place, tied in the conference schedule with Minnesota and Purdue. The thing is, they have the tiebreaker over both of us, so we would need to finish the year with a better conference record than them. But we've got the tiebreaker over Wisconsin, and we've got Iowa on the schedule. So it is somehow feasible that we could actually be in the Big Ten Championship as the top team of the Big Ten West. Not really sure how, but it's possible. Whereas you got Penn State, and they're pretty much out of it at this point. It looks like it's basically a one-team race, but Maryland and Michigan look like they do have an outside shot, as Ohio State has lost to us and Rutgers, so they're pretty much out of it at this point. But there you've got the team leaders for the Nittany Lions this season. Looks like Sean Clifford's been slinging it, 18 touchdowns to only 7 picks. Dotson's got 700 yards and 9 TDs. Just doing a bit of a checkup on the players of the week. We actually had both defensive and offensive player in the week in Week 10. That is when we pretty easily beat Northwestern, and Logan Smothers had his big breakout game running the option for us. And like I just said, we're going to be facing Dotson, and he had himself a game last week against Rutgers. 8 receptions, 153 yards, and 3 touchdowns over the Scarlet Knights. We're going to be starting this game off with the Cornhuskers here on offense. Logan Smothers in the shotgun, Johnson to his left. It's a veer, and Smothers makes the wrong read. So he's going to lose 6 yards there, brings up a 3rd and long 15. Smothers dropping back. He's going to air one out, try to float it over the head of the defender, but instead it's just going to be batted down as he does not have the arm for that. So now Penn State takes over on offense. Quarterback Sean Clifford, handoff Kevon Lee. He's going to punch it up the middle and get 4 yards, set up a 2nd and 6. Hurry up to the line now. Clifford, handoff Lee once again, runs right past Honus, and he's got himself a 1st down. So into Nebraska territory. Clifford running the option, keeping it himself. Stiff arms Dahmen, and then he's wrapped up by Honus after a 7-yard rush. 2nd and 3 here. Handoff Lee. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 10. Are the Nittany Lions now at the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. Clifford scanning the field. Nobody's open, so he tucks it and runs. And he's got 5 yards, sets up a 2nd and goal. Lee to his left, handoff. He punches it up the middle, and he's going to be stopped right at the goal line. Sets up a 3rd and goal. Clifford, read option, keeps it, and he's going to walk that one into the end zone. Sean Clifford picks up a rushing touchdown and makes it a 7-0 lead here for Penn State in this one. So now the Huskers back on offense. Smothers running the option, pitches to Johnson. He runs through a man and picks up about 8 yards on the ground on that play. So sets up a 2nd and 2 here for Nebraska. Once again, handoff Johnson, keeping it on the ground, picks up the 1st down. 6 yards on the ground, new set of downs. 3rd and 11, a couple plays later. 3:30 left in the first quarter. Smothers dropping back. Here comes the pressure. He's just going to throw this one away, and they're going to be punting it back to Penn State. So the Nittany Lions take over on offense here. Sean Clifford in the gun as usual. The snap. He's going to float this one out into the flats for Kevon Lee as he is absolutely pummeled, but he does pick up 5 yards. So then they hurry up to the line, and then another man is absolutely pummeled. This time it's Parker Washington. They hurry it up again. Now it's 3rd and 5. Clifford dropping back. It's a screen to Kevon Lee, and he's going to be wrapped up and flattened by Will Honus after the catch. Lose the yards. So now the Cornhuskers are back on offense. It's the split slot. Smothers running the option. Keeps it himself, then pitches at the very last second to Johnson, and he's going to have some daylight into Penn State territory. They're at about the 35-yard line now. Smothers option once again, and then Johnson's going to be wrapped up for a 2-yard loss on the pitch. So inside the 140 mark now in the quarter, it's Smothers on a read option, runs into his own man, loses a yard. So it's 3rd and 13. Now here for Nebraska in the shotgun, Smothers. He's trying to avoid the pressure. Nobody gets open, and he is sacked as just they continue to lose yards here on offense on that drive, and they punt it back to Penn State inside the 1-minute mark now in the quarter. Clifford keeps this one and picks up a 1st down with his legs. Then they're going to hurry up to the line. 3rd and 2, they're trying to get a snap off here. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, the snap gets off. Clifford tucking and running. He's got a first down with 1 second. They're going to hurry up to the line. Remember, the clock stops with a first down in college. They get the snap off somehow, and Clifford's going to throw a pick to Newsome. And the Cornhuskers have the ball at about midfield, and they're going the other way with it. Could that be Uncle Mo calling? So we had about midfield at 2nd and 10 after no gain on first down. Handoff Johnson, trucks one man, stumbles through another one, picks up 7, sets up a more manageable 3rd and 4. Out of the pistol, it's Smothers. He's dropping back. It's a dump off to Johnson on a screen, and he's got the first down and more. He's inside the Penn State territory, inside the 30-yard line. They're at about like the 29, I would say. So Smothers here rolling out to his left to try to avoid pressure, but he cannot do it as he is sacked once again. Brings up a 2nd and 17 here. Read option. Smothers keeps, gets a few yards to make it a more manageable 3rd and 10. Now at the 6-minute mark in the quarter. So Smothers in the shotgun now. Johnson out to his right. He's going to throw it out to his left, though, into the flats for Samori Torre, who picks up the first down, moves the chains, new set of downs. So 1st and 10, Smothers in the pistol, rolling out to his right, and he's going to fire to the end zone, and Oliver Martin drops the pass. A little bit behind him, but it hit him in the hands. That's a play you need to make. So now man in motion. Smothers keeps here on the veer. Gets stuck on his own man, so he only picks up 5. Sets up a 3rd and 5 now for the offense. Smothers, handoff Johnson. Cuts back inside, only gets 3. It's now 4th and 2 here for the offense, but they're going to stay on the field and go for it. Smothers handoff Johnson, and he's got the first down, so it sets up a 1st and goal here for the Huskers. Now out of a pistol full house formation, it's the triple option, and Smothers just runs into his own man, pitches it off his own man, and it's recovered by Penn State, so they're going the other way with it. So Penn State on offense here, about 3:45 left in the half. Handoff Lee. He's going to pick up a few. 7 yards, sets up a 2nd and 3. Clifford in the gun once again after the hurry up. It's a screen. They cannot get it to Lee, so it's a 3rd and 3 upcoming. Huge down here for the Huskers defense. They need a stop. So Clifford snaps. He's scanning. He's going to go to the sidelines, and he's got a man open. It's Cam Sullivan-Brown as they move the chains, and they're at about midfield now. So Clifford scanning once again, and he's going to be taken down by Damon Daniels for a loss of 8, brings up a 3rd and long 17 here inside the 3-minute mark now. Clifford, all the time in the world, dumps it off to Lambert Smith. He's going to truck a man, pick up a few yards, but it brings up a 4th and 10, so Nebraska gets the ball back on offense. Inside the 150-minute mark now. Smothers play action, swings it out in the flats for Vokalek. He's got a reception and a first down. They move the chains. New set of downs now, 1:33 left in the quarter. Smothers makes the wrong read on the veer once again. Just a mental mistake again, and they lose 5 yards. So 2nd and 15 now. After picking up a couple, it's 3rd and 11. 25 seconds left in the half. Smothers, the quick strike to Xavier Betts, and he is not going to be able to haul that one in. So Penn State gets the ball back. Obviously doesn't score with how much time they had left, and it'll be a 7-0 Penn State lead heading into halftime. And they'll start things off in the second half. Here in the Wildcat, direct snap to Kevon Lee, kicks it back inside, and he's going to have himself a first down. And then they hurry it back up nothing goes on that play to lose 1 yard, and now it's 2nd and 11 as Clifford keeps it, and he picks up a few yards, sets up a 3rd and 4, empty backfield. He's going to try to go up the middle once again, but JoJo Dahmen stops him. 4th and 5, Nebraska gets the ball back on offense here. Shotgun split. Johnson and Irvin are the running backs. Smothers pitches. Johnson cannot get a block from Martin, I believe that was. Tried to cut back inside to get the block, but couldn't get it. Only gets 2 yards on the ground here, and then goes up the middle with Johnson. Only gets 3 yards, so it's a 3rd and 5 here for the Huskers on offense. So Smothers It's a screen, gets it to Johnson, but there's a man right on him as they lose 5 yards, and now Penn State gets the ball back on offense. They're at about the 45-yard line. Clifford swings it into the flats, the backup running back Ford. He's going to be wrapped up after a 7-yard reception. It's 3rd and 3 at about the 5-minute mark in the quarter now. Handoff Ford, and he somehow just barely gets the first down there. So they move the chains. Clifford handoff Lee this time, spins out of a tackle, picks up 6 on the ground. 2nd and 4 now. Split shotgun. Clifford running the option, pitches to Lee. He's got the first, and then he's wrapped up after he picks up the first down. So 2nd and 10 now, couple plays later, handoff Ford. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield by Garrett Nelson. Sets up a 3rd and 11 here for Penn State. As Clifford empty backfield, dropping back, scanning, going to the end zone, and he's got a man. It's Jahan Dotson, 31 yards for the touchdown, and Penn State goes up 2 scores. They finally go deep in the air attack in this one after just running the ball for the majority of this game. So now Nebraska on offense. It's Oliver Martin. He's going to catch a ball on a crossing route and pick up a first down. A couple plays later, it's 3rd and 4. Nebraska needs a conversion, and Smothers makes the right read this time and picks up the first down. So he crosses into Penn State territory. New set of downs. Play action. Smothers rolling out to avoid the pressure. He's just going to keep this one and pick up the first with his legs. Finally starting to move the ball here on offense. About 2 minutes left in the quarter. Smothers keeps on the option. He picks up about 8 there. Sets up a 2nd and 2 here for the Huskers. About 1:50 left in the third quarter. Read option. Smothers keeps. Gets a block. Could have been a missed face mask there, but nonetheless, they are setting up for a 1st and goal. Empty backfield, but Johnson motions into the backfield. Smothers athletic throw to Oliver Martin, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska, as they bring this one back to being a 1-score game. It's 14-7. Let's get a studio update as well, as the number 1 team in the country is no longer undefeated. Baylor has fallen to the Oklahoma State Cowboys. So now we pick things back up with Penn State on offense. A minute 28 left here in the third quarter, I should say. And Clifford's going to be stumbled up and sacked in the backfield by Damon Daniels. That's his 2nd sack of the day. 2nd and 15 upcoming. Handoff Lee. And they just immediately get the first down. Just an absolutely terrible down there for the Nebraska defense. Couple plays later, it's 2nd and 10. Handoff Lee. He's got a bunch of blocks. And they pick up the first down again. So far, this Penn State rushing attack is moving the ball pretty well in the number 9 rushing defense in the country. And then Kevon Lee loses 3 yards there, though, as they do step up and make a play there. Markel Dismuke. So 3rd and 9 now as we're into the fourth quarter. Clifford snaps over the middle, has a man not even being covered somehow. And he's got a big reception into Nebraska territory, that about 20-yard line. It's going to be a sweep to a jet sweep to Jahan Dotson. Nowhere going, loses a yard. 2nd and 11, handoff Ford. He's wrapped up after only picking up 3. So 3rd and 8 now as they're hurrying to the line. The snap, Clifford scanning, and once again he's got a man in the end zone. It's Parker Washington. And Clifford's got his 2nd passing touchdown of the day, his 3rd total, and it's back to being a 2-score lead. 21-7, Nebraska takes over on offense. Smothers here, read option, keeps. He picks up the first down. New set of downs for the Huskers. 2nd and 10 after nothing going on first down. Smothers play action. He's going to fire to the sidelines, and he's got Oliver Martin, the slot receiver, not deep, but pretty into Penn State territory now after the big reception, and then he cannot get the pass off on first down as Smothers is sacked, and it's 2nd and 16 now. So in the shotgun, it's going to be a read option. Smothers keeps, kicks it inside, picks up a pretty good chunk, 11 yards, sets up a 3rd and 5 here, much more manageable. Smothers scanning over the middle, and he has Austin Allen. What a gutsy / lucky throw as Austin Allen somehow gets that completed to him. Now it's a new set of downs. Smothers once again makes the wrong read on the veer, and he loses 6 yards. So 2nd and 16 now. This time he makes the right read, and he's able to pick up a good chunk to make it a more manageable 3rd and 4 inside about to be inside the 4-minute mark. Here comes the pressure on the screen. Almost disaster, but they get it off to Irvin, and he's able to truck his way inside the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal here for the Huskers. Smothers makes the right option. Makes the right read in the veer there, and he punches it into the end zone. It's back to being a 1-score game here with about 3:49 left in the 4th quarter. So now out of the Wildcat, it's Jerome Ford punching it, or Devin Ford, I don't know why I said Jerome. Devin Ford punching it up the middle. It's 2nd and 5 now. They hurried up the line, and Ford's looking to throw this time over to the sidelines and almost picked off. Once again, could have been a huge INT for the Huskers defense. Seems like that happens a lot this year. So 3rd and 5 instead, and they don't get the pick, so Penn State makes them pay and converts. They're now at about midfield. Clifford scanning once again, wide open receiver, blown coverage. He's down to about the 10-yard line as he's wrestled down to the ground by Williams. So now Clifford to the end zone, Lambert Smith wide open. It's back to being a 2-score game. It's 28-14. So 3 minutes left in the quarter now. Nebraska just trying to keep themselves in this game, and Smothers nothing going there on 2nd down. Sets up 3rd and 12. They need a conversion here. Smothers in the shotgun. He needs the arm to do this. He gets it deep to Omar Manning, and he gets it to him. They get into Penn State territory, about 2:35 left in the quarter. Smothers over the middle has Austin Allen, the big fella, gets the 1st down. 2:33 left now in the quarter. The snap, handoff, Johnson gets a few blocks, jukes out a man, picks up the 1st down. They get a new set of downs, and it's 2nd and 10 after nothing going on 1st down. Read option, Smothers keeps. He gets the 1st down, and he gets tackled at about the 1-yard line here. So 1st and goal, Smothers read option. He's going to get into the end zone, and it's back to being a 1-score game yet again as the Huskers will not quit. So Penn State back on offense here. Just about the 2-minute mark, Kevon Lee stopped for a 4-yard loss. Huge start there for the Huskers defense. 2nd and 14 here. Handoff Lee, wrapped up for only a gain of 2. So 3rd and 12 now. Nebraska needs a stop. Clifford over the middle. Jahan Dotson. It's a fumble. And Deontay Williams picks it up. I believe it was Will Honus strips this one. Dotson catches it over the middle on an in route. And then Will Honus strips him from behind. And Deontay Williams picks it up. So now the Huskers are on offense here in pristine field position. Makes the wrong read there on the veer, like it's been the story of the day, but manages to only lose 1 yard. So 2nd and 11 here, running the triple option. Smothers pitches. It's Gabe Irvin Jr. He trucks his way for 7 yards, sets up a manageable 3rd and 4. 35 seconds left in the game. Smothers dropping back. He tries to get over the middle, and the pass is just so weak that it's jumped. Smothers does not have the arm for that, and it's now going to be that score. That's going to wrap up the game as the Penn State Nittany Lions pick off Logan Smothers as they had a chance to tie it up here, but his weak arm got jumped there trying to get that to the corner of the end zone on that post route, and he just could not get it there. So Penn State wins this one 28-21 over the Cornhuskers. It was an extremely even matchup on paper when it came to total offense, both in the rushing game and the passing game. It just came down to Smothers had too many negative plays, and at the end of the game, he just did not have the arm to make that throw into the corner of the end zone. Will Honus had a huge day on defense as he had 10 tackles, 2 of them for loss, even had a forced fumble on that last Penn State drive as he set up the fumble recovery to actually give the Huskers a chance on offense. After the game, our head coach Wilbur Fisher has leveled up, so we are going to be putting another point into royal treatment. So the week a recruit visits our school, we will receive a bonus of 500 points. But now the Cornhuskers look forward to their last game on the schedule, Week 14, taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes, their arch rival. They're 5-6, we're 5-6. Who is going to put themselves back to 500 here to end the season?